While PYKE MID definitely isn't a new discovery, there's a certain PYKE man in Korea causing havoc with his newly mastered OTP. He goes by the name Ruy Clovers and has hovered high masters and low challenger ever since he started to main PYKE MID with more than a 60% win rate or higher starting from late last season. The rune page he likes to run revolves around Electrocute, with boot and biscuit delivery. This allows a quick Tiamat rush, not worrying about spending that early gold on boots or potions really helps him out to get that early shove. As mentioned, PYKE MID is known as a roamer, but he often picks up early solo kills against people who either miss position or simply don't understand the damage numbers within his kit. Starting items for PYKE against relatively easy matchups such as Talon, Aatrox and Kassadin, he likes to go for the longsword and refillable potion, while against long range matchups such as LeBlanc, Zoe or Lissandra, he likes to go for the Doran's 1 potion. If you are looking to test this strat out, I definitely recommend the Doran's 1 potion. It's much more forgivable in your early laning phase if you take a little bit of unneeded poke early on due to inexperience. When it comes to PYKE's skill order, you want to be starting with your Q and lane, followed by your E then W. You're going to be maxing out that Q first, followed by your E then W, obviously ranking up your ultimates at level 6, 11 and 16. For your build order on PYKE, you pretty much just want to be rushing that Tiamat followed by your lethality. When your boot delivery comes in, get those mobility boots, followed by the Dusk Blade into Ghost Blade. Then you can go kind of situational. If you're looking for something like a GA, maybe looking for something like a Maw against heavy AP comps, you can really build what you want from then on out. PYKE has really good lethality scaling options, so I definitely recommend some of those lethality pickups. So early on in your laning phase with PYKE MID, you're going to be getting shoved in. Your wave clear abilities are pretty garbage early. This is why you obviously rush that Tiamat. So just sit back, relax, be very patient, wait for that level 2, level 3. If you do take a bad trade there, you see him go out of the vision, uses his passive to heal up, and comes back to lane without having to use a potion, which is really good. Hits that level 2, starts looking for some aggressive trades now. You want to start pinging to your jungler. Your level 2, level 3 are very, very good with PYKE MID, just to set up jungle ganks. 1v1s are possible, but you just want to be watching the enemy's cooldowns. If they use a lot of their spells, especially to clear the minion wave, you want to look for an all-in then. But if the enemy just holds their spells, don't all-in, play it passive, wait for your jungler to come, wait for that Tiamat, wait for that lethality. The key to your early game is just being extremely patient and waiting for the enemy to misstep. So you see the Talon there, he missteps, moves into the wave, PYKE simply moves up, gets an E, gets a Q, then he gets that Electrocute proc and it's all over. So with your early game, guys, like if you do take a bad trade, if you're just starting this out and you go for that Doran shield with the 1 potion, don't be too afraid to still take trades, test those numbers. You can see here, he takes a very bad trade, he comes out of vision, procs that passive and he heals up. Then you want to come straight back into lane, start looking to harass them out. You can see here, he hasn't even used a potion. LeBlanc has already ticked 2 potions, 2 ticks of her corrupting potion for the trade. So obviously into these types of ranged matchups, you are going to struggle early on, but you just need to wait for your opportunity. So coming out of that early game, you've kind of survived the first couple of levels. You got your first back, you got a Tiamat. Start shoving with that Tiamat, then going out of vision. A lot of the times you're going to be fake roaming, you go out of vision, look for a pick like that, look for those long range Qs. A lot of the times, even if you don't get the kill, you get their summoner spells, and you just want to be fake roaming a lot. The enemy is going to ping you all the time. Obviously, your W gets you out of vision. So you see here, he just walks up, gets that Q, gets that Electrocute proc off, and just pokes him down, guys. So watch this all-in coming up. Just know, like, he's not using his full health, and he's not using his ultimate for the execute. Watch this. Boom. Ults in. Literally just ults in with the Q ignite. Gets that Electrocute, and bang, he's dead. The one shot. Don't think that you have to be using your ultimate for an execute. You can use it for a setup with your Electrocute and ignite, and get those all-ins. So even if you don't snowball the early game, don't get disheartened. PYKE really does start to come into his own with 1 and 2 lethality items. Your early game is not that important. But as you can see here, he is playing into a LeBlanc, a very hard matchup. So what's he do here? Look, he pokes her out, gets that Q, and just goes for the all-in. Look at LeBlanc's health. That is literally, look at his items, right? He has a Tiamat. He has like almost no AD. Just the base numbers alone poke her out incredibly well. He's going to move in here and zone her out. A lot of the times, like even when you're playing things like Orianna Syndra, just dropping that ultimate for the poke and getting the lane control is more important than a solo kill. So he shoves that in, shoves her in under tower, and he's going to continuously use this Tiamat to shove in, either get the tower platings, or simply just roam to the side lanes, try and pick up a kill or 2, or give your team a kill or 2 to kind of just snowball the game and get going. So you can see here, she gets poked out a lot. He just moves in, gets that 160 gold. He's going to go for a reset and start getting those lethality items soon. So let's say you've killed your lane opponent a couple of times, or simply nothing's happening in the mid lane. It's starting to get stale. The kills are either netting you less and less gold, or you just cannot get a simple solo kill on your enemy. Start using that team mat to shove and just start roaming to the side lanes. Don't be scared, just ditch your mid lane and roam. Ruy Clovers, you'll notice that he averages like 5 to 6 CS per minute on PYKE mid. His CS numbers and his resource allocation, he doesn't like allocate himself very many CS at all. Uses the ult in there to clear the wave in. He's looking to pick up a little bit of extra damage on the Karthus, but misses it out. Holy shit, this Karthus is popping him. It's doing a lot of damage. You'll see him probably move out of vision here. Gets that W off. Look at the passive healing coming in. Moves in with the QE combo. What is that damage, man? He literally just has a serrated Dirk. Just obliterates the no armor Karthus. Gets the kill. Moves out of vision again. Uses that passive. He's healing back up. Taking a lot of poke, but healing. So you just want to start shove roaming. Your CS numbers beyond the early game, like after the first 10 minutes or so, like you're obviously going to be focusing down a lot of CS. But after that, you just want to be really impacting the map, looking to work with your jungler and just clean up kills in the side lanes, to be honest. The Talon looks for an all-in here. Really underestimates the Pyke's damage. He flashes out there, wasn't really too sure of the damage numbers, but he still picks up the kill, and it's good to see. So when he does snowball his lane, he just starts perma roaming to close out the game. He just starts looking to pick off the side lanes, one-shot them, tilt them into oblivion. You gotta know this is like Masters in Korea. The team's FF very early, so if he snowballs a game like this, he is just instantly out of the mid lane into a side lane and just diving over and over and over. And then when he gets poked down, uses that passive to heal back to full and just stacks that lethality. So when it comes to your post-6 laning phase, I see a lot of people, like when they're first new to PYKE, I was trying this as well. I'd go out in the open and try and land a long-range Q. It's just idiotic. You want to be using your short-range Q as an AoE on the wave and also on the enemy. It's pretty much instant. It's an AoE. You can see there it actually does more than your long-range Q. You want to set it up, use your E to block their escape route, and then just hit that ultimate ignite, get that all in. It's actually not that hard to master PYKE. 5 to 10 games. You're going to be really wrapping your head around the combos. So you can see here, he's gone out of vision with the W. Nobody knows he's there, just waiting to execute the lead. This is what you want to do. Shove your wave. If the top and bot lane are both shoved in, just go into the enemy jungle. Try and look for the assassination on the enemy jungle, especially if they're like a squishy champion like that Lee Sin, the Kha'Zix, Camille, things like this. It's so easy to pick them off. So when you're roaming, make sure to use your W as you're coming into the lane. This is just so that they don't know where you're going to be positioning. They don't quite know where you're going to be popping up to use your cooldowns. You can see here the Aatrox flashes out. He uses his ultimate to execute him, and he walks back down into the river. He's probably going to use his W again. You can see that movement speed. It's extremely quick. Also, again, with that ultimate, because when you get that execute, you can also use it again. Just executes that Talon again, and just... You can see how much damage, like, he has a lot of lethality, but even when you don't have much lethality early on at level 6, it's still doing a goddamn lot of damage, and it catches a lot of people off by surprise. So you can see how he's playing these team fights, just using his mobility to get all around the map, waiting for his team to kind of dish out the damage, and then just executes. You really are like a cleanup crew type champion, if you know what I mean. Like, if your team is doing well, you're going to be picking up like Quadras, Pentas. It's not that hard. Super fun champion to play. And I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for like an 80 assassin that's not Talon or Zed. So I think I've pretty much covered all the basics for PYKE mid. I've hopefully just like slowly broke down what Ruy Clovers likes to do and how he makes his pick really work in those high elo divisions in Korean Grandmaster and Challenger tier. If you go ahead and pull this out in like your silver or gold games, you're going to have so much fun. PYKE mid, obviously, I think it's more fun than Zed. It's more fun than Talon. It's the best 80 assassin mid right now. I think he's sitting at around about 53, 54% win rate, actually. I think he has the second or third highest win rate picked mid right now. Obviously, the pick rate is not that high, so the people actually playing in mid are probably OTPs. But obviously, when you get ahead, you snowball the games. I mean, look how fun this is. It's just fucking ridiculously fun. And also, one of the best bits I get about about maining PYKE or just mastering him is if you get auto-filled support, you can still pull out this great pick. PYKE support is actually very good still. You can still hard carry games, get those Moby boots, run around the map and execute people, and dish out a lot of damage. So you can see here, he's just closing out this game after that beautiful pentakill. You can see he went for the Edge of Night for more lethality. Gotta finish it off with a GA. Now you can like chop and change this build to what really suits you. You can get for that more if you need it. You can even go for something like the Black Cleave, like you need a little bit of health into like a full tank comp. But yeah, hopefully that has helped, guys. Good luck in your future games on PYKE Mid, and I'll catch you next time.